Hi guys, just running a cemetery, which is tier 7 normally on my own here, with all the cameras on my, just short range stuff on my Hurricane prototype. I'm just going to show you a couple of little things. One of the first things is if you orbit, you can orbit close. And you can even approach just straight in. And get in there closer to get your kind of best optimal dump. Yeah, so getting optimal is kind of at 3 kilometers or so. And when we're running this fast, we might not hit so much, so slowing down by taking the micro warp drive off. At the moment I'm wrapping with one armor wrapper. I might turn that off. Let's see. Alright, so we're running at 6 kilometers. Both guns are going at the same speed, so let's turn one off. And then set them so that I have basically 3 guns set on each button. By using them cyclic this way, cycling them, you kind of give... Yeah, that's right, yeah. Just running them at offsets. Now let's go and approach this guy. Put a bit of healing on. And then do the Rex and stuff pick up later. Right, might just put both wrappers on for a bit. Orbit now. So by just doing approach, you get a speed up, obviously, because you're going straight line towards the enemies. Turn off one of the wrappers. And I have to remember to put on my drone as well. Every little bit helps. And as you'll see, look. We have optimal range is 3 kilometers, and I'm running stable here, as you can see. Also, the other thing I was going to have a look at here was, yeah, the range of the actual drone is 25k. So that's it. And yeah, the other thing. Sorry, Danny. Would you mind? So set orbit here. I normally set it to like 3 or 4, but because of these ships being slightly on the slow side turning, so 4 or 5 is pretty much bang on. And then what you do is you approach, maybe burning. It's going on YouTube. Right, so here we go. I need to get in close there, turn off these things, because I got low cap there, so we're getting close now to get some more cap up. Right, now when we get in close, we just switch to orbit, and that way we get a bit of angular velocity, which means that basically he's gonna miss a little bit more often, and because I have pretty good tracking, these guys will hit pretty much regular here.
Okay.
And the thing that I do as a little trick here is I vary my orbit or switch to approach at a distance, and that means that I'm going to now switch to heading straight out from him, And that means that he'll be pretty much steady in my sights, and therefore the tracking doesn't matter. That means I'm hitting. Right, okay, so let's see what we got. Best turn on some wrapping. Totally new wave here. So let's see which one we're picking. We're picking him. I've got that set on as well. So we just approach to him. And when we get in 1025, we switch on the drone. And the drone I'm using here is one of the laser ones. What's it called? A Infiltrator Mark 5. So yeah. So now we're getting closer. Turn on. And switch to orbit. And turn off the micro warp drive. Let's zoom out a little bit to see what we're in here. We need both wrappers at this point going. And it's kind of hard to see what we're doing in this mess, but as we can see now, we're kind of at double the distance that we set, but that's okay because we're still hitting. We're not going too fast for the tracking, and we're taking hits from left, right, and center. Now, and if we want to, we can basically straight off just hit the next one ourselves. The automation takes care of it, otherwise I've set it to auto orbit. I'll go in and have a look at settings now in a minute when we've thinned out the hard a little bit. And as you can see, if I do nothing, it'll just pick automatically the next, recently, in most cases, the next closest one. Sometimes it gets it a bit wrong. Sometimes it goes for the automation goes for the biggest danger or the biggest hitter. So that kind of suits as well. So you take out the tough ones first, which kind of works too. Now, by doing nothing here, I'm basically letting this sort of system, the automation, take care of it all. Right, so here we are. Let me see now. Settings. Battle settings, and there you go. Auto attack next target, that's the automation that I'm talking about. Automatic lockback, I don't like that because if I forget to switch it off in a story mission, I don't have my choice to manually select the elites, which is an important factor. Auto orbit target to default orbit range, that's the one that I've set, so that's what we go by. Okay, orbit trajectory and all that stuff is fine. Auto attack, I don't. I normally just pick when I'm going to start attacking myself, not wasting any ammo or anything. Right, so how are we doing there? Okay, we can approach him.
Okay.
To get that straight line thing again going, so we get bigger hits, and then just once we're getting closer, we can go into orbit again. Orbit is obviously slightly safer because obviously with the actual degrees of rotation that we're doing at a fairly fairly close proximity to the ship, that means that we're basically moving too fast for his weapons to track me fast enough to be able to hit everything. Now, it's different with missiles. Missile ships are dangerous no matter how close you get, because missiles will invariably hit you. Whether they hit you with full effect or not is depending on whether they're small missiles, medium missiles, or large missiles. The larger they are, the less they'll hit a fast target, and all of that stuff I can explain in a kind of graphic or something later on. Anyway, so here we are, we're getting closer here. We can just go into orbit on this guy. Now again, when I go to orbit, it automatically tries to get into the default orbit that I set, and basically that means it takes a kind of a circular, a sort of a helix kind of method to get into that close orbit. So that's why we're sort of looking at 6 kilometers here, and we're not actually heading straight in. In other words, it circles to keep that angular momentum up, so that basically we take less damage, which is a very clever system that the devs have organized here. But anyways, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I think this is it's either the last or second last wave. This. So here we go. Let's approach this guy. Turn off one of the wrappers, because the wrappers obviously soak up a lot of camp. So let's get closer to this guy as quick as possible to get the Nosferatus to sort of soak up more power from him. Last cycle on this orbit. Boof. I like it. Right, so I hit them and then bounce back out again to give me another kind of straight shot at him. And again, if I want to, I can just go for a wider orbit, so actually basically just turn tail and soon enough just start hitting them straight, because I'm not tracking a moving target anymore. It's basically stuck in the sights, and that's how you do it. Right, so we're approaching the next target. Firing is coming in, and as you can see, even at 25 kilometers, this thing is banging away. Yeah, and here comes the drone, and I think I'll turn off the rapid for a little breather there, and maybe hit a little bit of micro warp drive, get a bit of a boost to get in. I hate these things when they're lying about. You should be able to lock, so you don't get these things popping up all the time. You should have a button somewhere on the HUD where you basically just, here we go, buff. Now, where you basically could lock all these kind of on-screen commands. So basically, if I do this, I have control for things to do with that, right? But I also have it on things like when I'm in a situation where I have lots of asteroids around, anything like that. Anywhere I place my thumb, it'll cover something, so I have these bloody menus popping up left, right and centre. So it should be handy if you had something where you could just lock off non-essential controls. So like only the ship you lock down and fighting, you should be able to approach it, you should be able to orbit it, you should be able to do those things surely. But anything else should be off when you just hit this one button. That's just a suggestion here. So there we go, and by the way, I'm not running, if anyone's wondering why is the ship looking the way it is. I'm just going to go into settings and graphics, and here we go, super high, yeah, it'll heat up and all, yeah, okay. Currently we're at 35 degrees centigrade or Celsius, and as you can see with super high quality, it looks pretty yummy. Graphics are very, very nice. Cannot complain at all. So anyway, there we go. And look at those Nosferatus, the red sort of mist going between the two ships. And There we go, another one. And since I'm so close, I could, if I wasn't a bit lazy, I could loot stuff while I'm there. There you go, love. Yeah, my dear missus, with her words of encouragement. And here we go. We're going in for the last one in this wave. Dylan's making sucky noises and all sorts, trying to annoy me. So yeah, join the club, love. Dylan, just yeah. All right, so yeah, family, huh? Best thing on the planet. Yeah, totally. Me too, love. Right, so here we go. Last bit of orbiting here. I think this will do. And now we're doing normal speeds, which is coming down to 270 something. And here we go. Crimson Prophecy. I think you, Mr. Prophecy, are about to be getting cooked. And again, I've been running one wrapper now for the last, I don't know how long, so at this point I could switch them off as well. 500. Anyways. Yep. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm about ready with this, love, anyway. I'm just gonna pack it up. And then go and park up my ship next door, and you know, I just have to loot this field of dead ships that I've just killed. And yeah, I'm gonna have to edit some of this out, I'd say.
Oh god. That's kind of insane. Subtitles on. We add more to the TV.
There is no subtitles because that's a download rather than a series link.
So what if I was a deaf
I think.
person? I can't watch anything.
I know, actually, hold on a second. I'm not sure or not. It might be. Okay, it works fine. Right, so now, okay, here comes the next wave. I knew it, I think. I thought I was on the last wave there, but okay, so there's one more wave. Let's go. Right, so switch to orbit. Close enough to soak up a bit more cap so we can start using. Again, I tend to cycle these guys. The wrappers. That way, if I switch that one on now, you see, that way one is doing its job while the other one is still charging. It's all about timing. Sometimes switching on the micro warp drive gets, you know, a reduction in the amount of stuff that hits you. Gives the wrappers a chance to pick up a little bit of slack. Right. So right now I'm basically just letting it do its job. All on automation. One cycle of micro warp drive, speed up a little bit, give it a bit of a boost, get in closer, all of that good stuff. Right. And when you go too fast, you know, at these kind of distances, the tracking or the speed that the cannons adjust their angle of, you know, aim at, even at, you know, the fast speeds of tracking that they have under those cannons isn't quite enough to keep up. So that's why. It's cray, isn't it?
How much walking do you think that has done?
None.
I have visited 7 places.
Oh, that's good. Oh, where have you been? Oh. Alright, so this is the last wave anyway, and it's starting to thin out a little bit, I think. Let me see. Here's the other thing that may be important as well. Set up a PV slate that you have all your overview. Oh, here we go. Here's something here, close up. You can get rid of that guy. Covert ops. Unlock him and lock this guy because he's closer. This is the thing about having control. And here you go, you can sort of see the Rex here by tapping on that. And all of that is done by setting up various things and filter things and so on. Now, I might have to get out of here. Just for a second.
Hello guys. Oh my gosh, look at my shark. He is so cool.
Right.
Anyways, guys, sorry about that.
Jenna, may you stop winding Dad up?
YouTube video.
You're not doing it here. Go and do it in your bedroom.
Okay, I'll do what I do.
Bye bye. When you see you already.
IGG's.
You won't be getting lasagna.
Why?
With a sandwich if you know.
We're gonna go and jump in here because I've got a bit more cap already. So we're gonna activate the warp gate. So as we can go in here now and have to be ready to rock and roll. I won't be talking too much, not to annoy the family. Right, here we go. And we're gonna go for this guy. Keeping down, so turn it down a little bit, just a wee bit. Oh, and I don't need the full graphics. Let's go back to low. Happy days. Of course, as you can see, with the 36 degrees centigrade, it brings it up to 37, 38. Now I'm just not looking for that at all. So we're going to zoom out and stay out here. Switching ships mid-flight is kind of cool as well because that way I'm close to the other guy. when the last one dies. Just keep tapping your quick lock to help. Just attaching the next ship to your list of targets. Now let's have a look here. There's another thing that you can see on a setup like this. You can select just the ships and you can see how many you got left. There's 10 there. You see that out here as well in the miniature on the left, on the right hand side here. You can see there's 10 ships remaining. And this is for sure the last and final wave. One repper should do now. Not taking quite as much incoming damage. And that's it. And from here on in is basically just plain sailing. So I'm gonna just pause it there. There we are, last 4 ships. Just going in and out a little bit. Approach. As you can see here, the angle of tracking here becomes pretty much within a couple of degrees here, so when you're actually heading straight for a ship, they can hit you easier, but you know, as long as it's just the one ship, it doesn't really matter too much, but you can hit them a lot easier. That's why approach is a good approach on the pond. And then when you don't want it anymore, you basically just hit orbit and you start giving it a little bit of a wider berth. That's him done. Loot while we're at it. Keep forgetting that. Now approach. Now we're gonna give it a little boost to get in quicker. Stick the drone on them. The drone will help take down the, as you can see there, the drone will help take down the shields nice and quick, so that kind of helps the cannons to do their job. Because they don't do that much damage to the EMs. Right, so here as we're getting closer, slowly but surely, the actual damage, as you can see, is going up. The closer we get. Now we could obviously, if we wanted to, give it a little bit of a boost, just again one cycle. You don't want to let these things that soak up a lot of cap, you don't want to let them circle and run, you know, forget about them, because they'll do down with your yeah, so by just doing that now, I kind of got a straight line on the guy. Whoops, forgot. Come on. Loot. Yeah, if I didn't forget that early on, I wouldn't have to spend another 5 minutes or so to just clean up all the loot. The most important part being obviously the boxes. And that's another thing I have, so I can see them here. That and all the wrecks. And of course my various other things. Suns, having your sun seen in here means that I can basically walk out from places anywhere where there's no stations like in this system. To reset, just swing it back in and bring it back out. Right, so let's just go for an approach here. And as you can see, my cap is going down a bit. Switch off one of the cannons. Yep. Give it one cycle. Speed them up a little. Approach. Now the wrapper needs to be there. Run one cycle. The closer I get, the more cap I should be getting. Come on. I think I need to speed this up a little bit. One cycle again. Approach. Come on. Here we go. Here comes the bit of cap. Orbit. There you go. So we can also obviously play with the orbit a little bit. So because I know the NOS operates best at 4 kilometers, setting an orbit of 4. If I can get that close with this barge, my Viking ship, as Adam Lawson says. Adam is the shipbuilder extraordinaire. Is the guy who basically created this lovely beast for me. Right, so this time I'm not going to forget. So loot. The automation is already setting in an orbit course for this guy. So I'll just go for approach, switch off the wrappers. And even at 34 kilometers, the autocannons are still doing some ridiculous, not on every shot, but on every 4 or 5. There we go. Approach. Come on. Give him a cycle of warp drive. We don't get that much, but we do get 1.3 kilometers per second at full blast. And on the drone, no, I'm not doing the wrapping either at all. He looks at, oh Lord, watching a series on TV here. She started in English series. I'm full of English prat, unfortunately. I don't know why. I'm not against the English people, it's just these guys. Desperate. Okay. You said it. You said it. I'll give you some anyway if you're nice, man. I know, baby. Oh, love of my life, oh reason that I live. I know. I'm a horrible guy. There we go. There's the final salute, boys. Final bang. Alright, so that's the loot for that guy. Now we just need to kind of just tune into the nearest bit of. Just drag him in. Nearest bit of good loot here is over yonder. Might have to cycle this because the cap needs to build up a little bit. Right, so oops. Come on, looty looty. Looty looty. There you go. Common. Next one is loot. Another common, I think. Oh no, the rare one. I just looted the rare one and there was a common one in it. It's true. It's true what they say, which is wrong, isn't it? Why should they call it a rare haunted supply box and give you common stuff out of it? It's just nuts. Anyway, what was that now? Let me see. Let me check. That was silver colored, so let's see what we have. Let's head over to the next looting point. Right, so let's have a look. Oh my goodness. There you go. Okay, so we have one. The second one I got the rare, so that's weird. Okay, cool. I got one of each. Now if that one disappears, then I know that there's definitely something to what I've been saying before I reported the bug earlier. Okay, be done here. Yeah, where I had 4 bits of loot from one of these cemeteries, and basically the rare one disappeared. So here we go, we have a rare one, and basically we're stacked with 3 commons. I'm just going to check that doesn't happen again. And now we're done with the boxes, so now 32 pieces of Rex. Alright, so I don't know what's going on here, but this isn't even open till no longer in. Oh, there's definitely something desynced about this whole game now at this point. It's showing me stuff that isn't there anymore. Yeah, exactly. Loot. Loot. My internet seems to be okay, so I don't know why. Oh, that's why this is why you have to make sure you turn off everything. You know, you just cycle things, unless in the case of the armor hardeners, they need to be. They need to be left on, obviously, during the fight. After it, not so much. Alright, so should have enough cap there now to start micro warping. There we go. There's one. There's another. The Looting Express. Once you end up with a sort of short range ship like this, you tend to get all of the wrecks in the one place because you're basically killing them in one place, one area. So looting itself is actually faster than if you're using something with more range. It's just something to be kind of aware of. But I'm not saying range builds aren't great, because I mean this one has with the strike cannons, I'm hitting stuff at 60 plus kilometers and doing decent damage at it. So how many more X? 15. Remember on the right here you can see exactly how many is left of anything that you've set up a filter for. I'll go through the filters and stuff in this separate section. Remember, I'm on low graphics now and it still looks pretty sexy, doesn't it? It's very nice. This ship is so far my favorite. There are a fair few, but all of them are really nice in their own ways. This one just has that sleek Viking ship look to it. Right, looting that. 8 more ships. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, will I have it done before dinner is served? I'm normally the one cooking dinner, but this time I got stuck into this. And unfortunately let my dear wife down a bit. Yeah, Johnny was still there. I've only got 7 more shipwrecks to pick up. 1906, I need to cut this out. Oh Lord.
I'm saying it's a matter more favorites.
What's this now?
This guy's genuine.
What, the one she's just kissing there, is it? Okay. Yeah. Men will do anything for a little bit of that. Oh my Lord, what's he like? Crazy girl.
Come on.
Yeah, pretty much. Was that it? She picked him out of all that lot. Oh, that's just cray. Try to work out why that ship there looks like it's already looted. There's some desync going on. Yeah, it's too much. What's the program called again, the series? Huh? 5
Man or something. I don't know.
See, that shouldn't even come up here. Yeah, it's definitely a bug here going on. Got loot on that. This is weird. It shouldn't show unless I've already shown it. And now the grayed out seems to be, I don't know, maybe I saw it before. Nope, see, I knew it.
Subtitles on.
Good on you, Adam Sandler.
What are you doing? Working around stuff, are you?
Ow! Oh, is this what's this one called? This is the one called Click, is it? Useless. Yeah, thanks, Tony. What's it called? Just.
Useless husbands.
Oh, I know. No, it's called the remote or something, isn't it? The remote. Check it.
Oh.
It's. Oh, never mind then. All right, that was it, folks. See you next time.
Kick.